Hello and welcome back to Great Ace Attorney Adventures. We are hopefully going to be wrapping up the final. Fuck, damn it, the first trial. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We're so close to being done. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're getting very close. That's correct.
Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. Oi, oi. What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It got up the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you. No?
You're the one who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure what I saw, Miss Fake Name. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further, Inspector. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir. He's so excited.
Because he's like, I have been waiting for this day my entire career, and I'm glad that it came before I died of tuberculosis.
Exactly. Sorry for keeping you. Here's the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it.
Your Honor?
The bloodstain.
Who's this? Is
That's
this
probably
me?
Ryunosuke.
The bloodstain. It's clearly visible. Look.
Yes!
Oh no, maybe it was him? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Who knows? Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me.
In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
Thanks, Kazuma.
It can't be!
In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. Miss Stacy Fake Name. That's right. I already said it, Miss Stacy Fake Name. It's you! Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. Mm-mm. French distress.
This is so... Why did they do this?
Part of me does want to scream into the microphone, but I know if I scream the way that I should, it's just gonna get picked up on yours.
Mm-hmm.
I love the little birds.
Mm-hmm.
And then she
goes up
dies.
to heaven.
I don't think she should be going up to heaven. She murdered someone.
She really should not be going
Look
up
at
to
the
heaven.
little
Oh,
beep,
Dios,
beep,
Dios.
pío, pío.
Mm-hmm.
Los pollitos dicen pío, pío, pío. Cuando tienen hambre, cuando tienen frío. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what exactly happened that day. The truth this time.
The whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course. I never intended to remain as a restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That's me! Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair so that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
On my innocent boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Under your skirt?
It's an absolutely enormous skirt, ouchie. Why the fuck would you...
Mhm.
So I was right. There were two guns. Boy. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed a gun as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, bang. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though, at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun.
So there you have it. That is the that is the entirety of my misdemeanor. I do love that she says misdemeanor. That's a fucking felony, my good lady.
Mhm.
You're a felon.
She's like, ooh, woo.
Your
Are you really
excellency.
gonna accuse me of a crime just because I killed someone in cold blood?
I'm just a girl. I just killed someone in cold blood.
Look, I forgive women's wrongs, but not today.
There are women murderers in the Ace Attorney series that I'm like, I forgive your wrongs. Not this one.
Mm-mm. This fake name is on like Dahlia levels.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, not quite Dahlia levels. Dahlia is still top tier, but
I'm like, Dahlia's like so evil that I'm like, it looped around to liking her again.
I didn't.
Well, I don't know. She's like good in the way Von Karma is good. Where they both fucking suck.
I don't know. I feel like I get more out of our Von Karma than I do out of Dahlia.
I mean, I guess that's a matter of taste.
I also think that it helps that Capri was like doing gay voguing Von Karma along with me getting bodied by his every objection that really made that trial for
I'm a
me.
genius and a visionary. You're welcome. I helped. Maybe if I voiced Alia, it might have helped.
Maybe that's what I need.
Dahlia did have a tendency to overcomplicate things where you're like, girl, at least Von Karma was straightforward about his nonsense.
Von Karma got fucking lucky.
Yeah, he got lucky.
Mm-hmm. He was like, wait a fucking minute. Boom. They're all passed out.
And then he was like, instead of just walking away from the situation, what if I continued to harass this child for
Yeah.
15 years?
Yeah, I do. Because, like, I feel like Von Karma is, like, calculating, but, like, the main incident that, like, like the incident that kind of, like, defines him in the, like, narrative isn't as premeditated as with Dahlia.
I do think that, especially compared to like some later characters, they make him seem like he's really smart, but he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because we recently replayed like the trial for fun, and like he just uses a stun gun on Phoenix and Maya in a police station, and they're not like, "Hey, Gumshoe, we know you personally. We would like to charge him with assault." And I'm like, that's less mastermind and more of, I'm just hoping this doesn't catch up with me at this point.
Well, I do feel like he was kind of unraveling at that point because he had just also gone in and be like, I'm gonna take all this evidence of the DL6 incident and leave.
Yeah, that is true. He was like, I wasn't expecting an actual fight.
Mm-hmm.
That man's just bones.
Mhm.
Could have just pushed him. He would have broken like Legos.
Yeah.
Make those Lego sounds.
Whereas, like, I do think that I am not as much of a fan of, like, especially, like, the kind of, like, narratives for women, like, female characters especially, but, like, male characters can do this too, where they are seducing someone with the express intent of, like, committing evil and, manipulating that person either into committing evil or, like, manipulating the situation around that person to, like, take the blame for their crimes.
Oh, I love the stories like that.
Yeah, I'm not as much of a fan.
I mean, because I think the thing that like makes Von Karma the most interesting is the way in which he like convinces Edgeworth that it was his fault.
Mm.
Like, because most of the other stuff is just very generic evil things.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna make Edgeworth directly fall on this sword.
Oh yeah. And for what? For
And for
shooting him with a bullet?
You could have just let it go, my man. You
could
could have just let it go.
You could have just taken your vacation, and who would have said goddamn shit?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single person. But then you had to go meterle la pata.
Pero ya, sí se meto toda la pata.
Mhm.
Por pendejo.
Yeah. Anyways,
Back to Greatest Attorney.
Your Excellency,
Yes?
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call upon you.
Thank you. Good days then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruto-san.
And there she goes. She will never come up ever again.
Will you shut the hell up?
Honest.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement? This can't be. Takasuchi Ouchi does not lose.
I watch you lose all the time in this courtroom, Ouchie.
Not to the likes of this rookie student. You better start getting used to tough opposition. Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Yeah?
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten. You've become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. Kill a man. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Oh, wig?
Oh, wait.
I hate you so much.
How long is this sword that it reaches all the way over there?
Crazy.
He just has that power.
Yeah, just like how he has his little ribbons floating. Like, how's that working?
Mm-hmm. 1,000 millennia might pass, and still the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system.
I
He
sure
really
hope
was
not.
like, we're moving on. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is modern methodology.
What did they use before?
Vibes. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. He's like, I'm retired.
Yeah.
Kazuma Asoji. Yes? After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all that you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you.
What now?
The what mission?
Mm-mm.
I understand, Your Excellency.
What are you talking about? Why do you look like that? What's with that face?
Don't worry about
We
it.
just won.
Never mind.
Kazuma.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
That's me.
in you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential? I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Hot Milky! I know. I can't not.
I'm so sorry, but at the same time, I like to think that one time post.
Dude, you just skipped that line without even reading it.
No, I was moving something, sorry.
There's
22nd November, 2:46 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber. 5. Happy belated birthday, Sabatoki. Or happy early birthday, Ichijiku. I will say that they were like, we have to send this telegram by noon. And they're like, 2 hours and 45 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. It's been a long day. I made it though. I defended myself and I made it through that horrendous trial.
Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. I love you.
Ha ha ha. No. It was a pleasure to watch you work.
oh my.
So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget.
Is that a euphemism?
No, you do owe me the food, and then we fuck.
And then we fuck.
Good afternoon. All of your work has certainly paid off. Oh no, fuck,
Oh
that's
fuck,
Susato.
that was Susato. Shit.
Remember Fog Witch?
I know. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
I do love that he says our.
Our judicial assistant.
Not my judicial assistant. Our judicial assistant.
Kazuma's like, you will be a lawyer. I have decreed it.
Oh no, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. Oh my god. If we hadn't had that research report of Ms. Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. You are my hero. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked, and it was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Alright. Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoma, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotoma.
Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order.
Now
Now it's him. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job.
Old Man Yowie. Thank you, Professor Old Man Yowie. Dr. Mikotoma. Daddy. Father. Fuck.
Daddy, father, Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend? Right, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to May University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Professor Mikitopa studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain.
I bet he did.
I bet he was studying something. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly.
And others.
And others. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you work together?
I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world.
How can you say that? How can you say that with a straight face, Dr. Mikitoba?
Science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law.
I would like the audience to know that Mickey put air quotes across every single one of those words.
I mean, they put science in quotes earlier.
Science.
Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
I'm gonna be like, New York City still exists.
Yeah, New York City really exists at this point. It super exists at this point.
And not only super exists, but it's definitely had a like mix of races for like decades at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like including like a well-established Latino community.
I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of Asogi of the Asogi clan.
You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
What do you take me for? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way.
Yeah, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
That reminds me. What's happened to the woman? To Miss Stacy fake name, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but...
What do you mean? She's gonna face trial herself now, right? She's a true culprit after all.
She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai.
What? Why? What? Shanghai?
Josiah Albright will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that.
What? Why not? I
I
think this is Hosonaga.
it's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Yeah, it is.
Got him! Inspector Hosonaga! It's at me remembering when Hosonaga says things, god damn it.
Yeah, you're down bad. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate...
But, wait, hold on, what's about this consular jurisdiction? Don't talk to me about court right now.
We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
Why? What? We can't try her? But then, who's gonna bring her to justice?
A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard.
But why a consular court?
Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of highly political nature to our respective governments, they can invoke a consular court just like that.
Can't they?
Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. He has too much faith in the system.
So, Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
I don't believe it.
The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. Sure. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by a start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Don't worry, she'll get what she deserves eventually. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink.
But Professor...
You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces.
After the face you were just making in court just now...
We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival?
The place where I was framed for murder?
As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink.
You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you?
He's too deep in the role. Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival. Will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. La Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruto-san's release.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Again. You saved my life.
Wife.
Wife. So, Stacy fake name won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson.
Anyway. Yes, Ryunosuke?
I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today.
Hahaha. I didn't do anything. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your work.
Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help but thinking maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
What? Come on, be serious.
Just because you got horny, Cosmo, doesn't mean you have to quit your job.
Cosmo got so horny that he's gonna quit his job.
He's doing reverse legally blind.
Stop, oh my god.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. That's not true at all. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I'd never want to go through that ever again.
Bad news, baby boy!
Bad news, baby boy. I just did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. Because I love you.
That's the point.
Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point?
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon in any lawyer is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
Knowledge of the law?
No. The ability to believe.
To believe what exactly?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his client. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Believing in your client.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts. And because you never stopped believing in me,
Thanks, Kazuma.
Kazuma's saying so many words.
I can't wait until you start having to do shows and you're just barreling through lines.
Oh yeah, because I just say the words on the screen and then I process them later. There's something I wanted to ask you actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me.
That sounds serious. What is it?
Ah, you're still here, are you?
Oh, Inspector Hosonaga.
I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. He's like, I'm in the middle of something, goddammit.
Oh, we're gonna make out before we get in the rickshaws?
Let's pick this conversation up again later.
The making out conversation?
We should be celebrating right now your first court victory, and then we make out.
And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
Ah, yes. That too.
Ah! Fucking hilarious. So, my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Mikotoba, Susato-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still.
They are
He's
so rude to him. He carried your ass through that trial.
If it weren't for the fact that he was a freaking freak who kept all the evidence, all of y'all would have been boned.
Mm-hmm.
It was because of the help and support of all of these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We did it!
And all right. Thank you for joining us across that entire first trial. I am glad to say it was an experience. Do you have anything did you want to say about it, Mickey?
No.
Okie dokie. Anyways, we will be picking up on the second trial soon. Well, the second chapter.
Yes.
It's not necessarily a trial.
Yeah, there's no trial in the second one. We do other nonsense.
And we do other nonsense. Anyways, thank you for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed this and join us again next time. We hope you also enjoy our featured art, and if you want your art featured on the end of our videos, please don't hesitate to go into our description for our contact information to send us your art, and we will be posting it with credits on screen at the end of our videos. Thank you, and have a good day.